I hope this gathering today really can bring us a meaning of love and really mercy and really good relations, good intentions from our hearts to all of you.
I just want to say how proud and grateful I am for the work of the Regent's Park Cultural Centre and for Dr. Deacon and for bringing us together this evening. And we see represented here mosques, temples, churches, synagogues as a visible sign of a community that can reach out to each other and reach out also to many voluntary organisations and institutions of our civil society. It's great to see police represented here. I know there'll be council representatives and others.
What we have seen is a small number of people seeking to divide us. What my experience is, having worked with all of the investigations into all the incidents that we all know about, what I have seen personally is a large number of people, the vast majority of people, working together, standing together and demonstrating visibly, sometimes at some of the events that we've helped to put on, like vigils, like the services of hope, visibly standing together and supporting each other to show that the majority of people, the vast majority of people in this country and this city will not be divided, and that we will absolutely stand together.
For us, there is much to do together, much to do in educating those to whom tomorrow will belong, and rooting rather than radicalising, rooting the young in the deepest and most fertile truths of human society and civilization. And so peace be to this house this evening. May justice reign in our streets, and may love be in all our hearts.
Hatred of people because of their religion has no place in our society. We know that if a synagogue was attacked in this way, our Muslim friends would be there to stand with us. Despite so many similarities in our faiths, all too often there is still a divide between Muslims and Jews, and that can only be bridged by getting to know one another that much better. And with that in mind, I look forward to making some new friends this evening, as I have done already. On behalf of the Jewish community, thank you for inviting me to break the fast with you, and Ramadan Mubarak.
On behalf of the Catholic Church and our bishops and our people, just to share the sentiments that people have shared so far, how good it is to be together this evening, and for my first iftar, not just here, but ever. And just the word that has come to me from what people have said thus far is the word friendship. We talk a lot as people of faith, we share so much, we dialogue, we recognise what we have in common, we also recognise what we don't have in common sometimes, and both of those are important. But underlining everything is that genuine human friendship.
And so tonight, as we gather in the hospitality that you've offered us and are offering us, we don't come alone. We come from each of the communities that we represent. They are also here with us. The world is here with us. The people who've been caught up in the terrible events of Westminster, London Bridge, Borough Market, Manchester, Grenfell Tower, and as we've heard, Finsbury Park, they are here in this room with us. So gathering to eat at your invitation, to break bread together in companionship, we say that we refuse to hate, and we refuse to give in to fear, and we refute the lies that would tear us apart.
In this diverse community that we live, we are each other's reality. We are each other's present, and we are certainly each other's future. And it is for that reason that we must come together.
The terrorist attack was a terrible attack, not just on Muslims. it was attack on every single Londoner and every single Briton. But that evening, or those early hours in the morning, one saw that the two peoples who many think have hatred in their DNA, namely Jews and Muslims. We didn't speak about Israel. We didn't speak about Palestine. We were there as Londoners. We were there as British citizens. We were there as brothers and sisters. We were there as people in pain because terrorists had attacked us, because that terrorists attacked all of us. And we discovered 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning that Jews and Muslims have much more in common that unites us than what divides us.
O mankind, indeed, we have created you from male and female, and made you into nations and tribes, so that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of God is the most righteous. Indeed, God is knowing and acquainted.
Thank you to London Central Mosque for inviting us to join this dinner, which is so thought-provoking, full of meaning and gratitude. This is the first time that I have had such an opportunity to join a breaking the fast dinner, not only to open the fast, but also to open our minds. If believers of all faiths can follow the footsteps of their Allah, God, and Buddha, then words of world harmony will not be a dream. Let us stand together in solidarity to truly spread the core teachings of all faiths, that is, love, peace, and harmony.
I think it's a wonderful occasion that we have all been invited by the Central Islamic Center, and I think particularly it's very important that during Ramadan this great event has been organized. On top of that, obviously, we have experienced quite violent incidents happening around us, and obviously everybody seems to be quite upset and concerned about it. I think it's a wonderful gesture on behalf of Regent Street Mosque to invite all of us, particularly all the different faiths, and I think this should go a long way in bringing solidarity and togetherness and friendship and understanding.
You see, we are people of faith. So I have to tell you, my friends, have faith in your faith. If you want to produce a real, genuine reconciliation between multitude of religious worldviews and what is sometimes vilified as a secular worldview, you should have faith in your tradition to have a robust dialogue, and it is possible. You see, if you like, community cohesion that is kind of faith or ordained has more chance of success.
How immensely important a simple welcome is. I received the most wonderful welcome, as did those who were with me this afternoon. How important welcome is, and how important it is after the welcome to be willing quite simply to give an account of the faith that is in each of us, and how much the simple welcome is put under pressure by the dreadful things that we've experienced in past days and weeks and months. Because we all have to be responsible, we have to think about our security, we have to think about who we let in and how. And I was just so cheered when I came this afternoon by a sense that welcome trumped everything here. Thank you for that. Thank you for that reminder. May we be as welcoming of others as you have been of us this evening, but even more as you were of me this afternoon.
It has been an incredible evening of learning new things, being inspired, and especially challenged again by the Muslim faith that your devotion to prayer and fasting is such a challenge to me as a Christian. The overwhelming sense of tonight I've got is hope. Hope. And my prayer is that this hope bubbles out of this centre. It bubbles in our hearts and into the communities that we work.
My synagogue in Holland Park is the nearest to Grenfell Towers, and I had spent half of last week volunteering in a small way. Here, in the face of adversity, the community spirit was amazing. Everyone working together, regardless of race, colour or religion. This was strong Britain. This was the Britain of the overwhelming majority of the people. This was my Britain. This was our Britain.
I said, what do you want me to speak on? And he said, well, love and peace in your religion. I said, in my religion, show me a religion that doesn't advocate peace and love.
Reflecting on our work at the Interfaith Network for the UK, we're grateful that the ICC here is actually one of our member bodies, and I feel very privileged, and thank you, Dr. Al-Bayan, for inviting me here this evening.
I'm Claire Richards, and this is Howard Taylor from the Clement James Centre, which is a charity right by the Grenfell Tower. We just wanted to say thank you so much for inviting us here this evening, and also a huge thank you to Latifa and the Central London Mosque for the part that you played in supporting the community at Grenfell Tower. It's been an extraordinary and terrible week, but one in which we've been incredibly moved in the way that everyone has come together to support the community.
We must not let criminal acts detract from the wonderful community that it is. I'm proud of the Quaker contribution to tolerance and peace building, but most of all, I'm proud of the millions of people of all faiths and none who make this the most wonderful city that it is. Let all of us leave this evening with our own positive stories of encounters here this evening, so beautifully hosted by Regent's Park Mosque.
For every single one of you sitting on the table in your single seat, it wouldn't be worth anything. You're all as important here tonight as each other.
Finally, thank you so much. I would like really again to express my thanks to all of you for coming, for really making, it's a pleasure for us really to have you, and I hope we see each other again. And I'm sure there are those really who are not with us today, but their hearts are with us. They love you all, and really they wish, or they want us really to succeed, to be together and to work together. Thank you so much. And in my name, actually, on behalf of myself and my colleagues here in the center, I have to thank them all also, and also our directors. They express also, the ambassadors, they express their thanks to you, all of you, for coming. Some of them actually managed to participate with us today, but the others couldn't make it, but they send their greetings to you, all of you. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.